Hey everyone, PhoneArena here with the Samsung Galaxy Gio. Samsung announced a quartet of low to mid-range Android smartphones in January, and the Galaxy Gio was then in the mix, an Android 2.2 phone with a 3.2-inch display and 800 MHz chipset. The Gio is just thick enough with tapered back cover edges and rounded corners which make it fit well in the hand. It's comfortable to hold. Also, it's very light, 3.6 ounces, 102 grams. And Samsung leaves the glossy black plastic back in 2010, and on the Galaxy Gio we have dotted pattern which looks very nice. The 3.2-inch LCD display sports the decent for its size 320 by 480 pixels of resolution, and it's of quite a good quality for the price point, bright with nice viewing angles for non-IPS screen and a rich color gamut. The Galaxy Gio has a 3 megapixel camera on the back, no front-facing camera. Overall, the phone has very simple and pleasant design. The display is good, the buttons around the sides are easy to find and press, and Samsung has taken out the micro SD card slot on the right hand side, so you don't have to open the back cover if you want to switch your memory card. Let's examine the interface now. TouchWiz 3.0 over Android 2.2 is what we have on the Samsung Galaxy Gio. What we have here is a plain TouchWiz 3.0 interface over Android 2.2 The UI doesn't lack scrolling, it's fairly snappy, powered by the 800 MHz Qualcomm chipset and 158 megabytes of user available RAM. No new widgets have been introduced with the Samsung Galaxy Gio, but your news, weather, or social networking update needs are met sufficiently with the ones you see here. Samsung has its own email client, file, task managers, as well as even an Office document viewer in TouchWiz 3.0. So you have all the basics covered out of the box before you even visit Android market for the first time. And the Office document viewer serves as a file manager, as you can see. The Social Hub application, as usual in Samsung's Android handsets, it's here to aggregate all the messaging and communication functions tidily in one place, so you can write something quickly and shoot it in the open with text, email, just post it on Twitter and Facebook. That's the portrait keyboard. Let's show you the landscape one. A pretty decent keyboard. Of course, we would like to use it on a larger screen than what we have on the Samsung Galaxy Gio. Let's show you the browser now. It's decent in terms of how snappy scrolling is, as well as panning around, for example. But double tap is a bit slow to render the page, and the resolution isn't conducive of hours-long reading sessions anyway. The biggest drawback, however, is the lack of Adobe Flash support. That's right, even though we have an 800 MHz chipset, which should be enough to run Flash, we neither have 10.1 nor 10.2. They don't appear in Android market, and even if you try to install Adobe Flash as an APK, the unrooted phone doesn't let you do. We have plenty of connectivity options, 7.2 megabits per second, 3G, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS, DONA, and FM radio. Oh, and nothing surprising in the interface on the Samsung Galaxy Gio. TouchWiz 3.0 is decent, useful overlay on top of Android 2.2 Froyo, but the lack of Adobe Flash support in the browser is a bit of a disappointment. Music playback is also decent through the loudspeaker on the back. The sound is rich and clear, but not loud enough. When you put the headset on, though, you can enjoy 5.1 channel mock surround sound from the music player, as well as multiple equalizer presets. There are more than 10 here. The currently played song stays in the notification bar, so you can control it from here, as on the other smartphones from Samsung. The Samsung Galaxy Gio doesn't support DivX XVAD file format right out of the box for video playback, which is surprising considering most of Samsung's Android handsets do right out of the box. So you have to download a separate player from Android market for that. It does support MPEG-4 files though, and way up to 800 by 480 pixels of resolution, which is very good considering the screen resolution itself. It's 320 by 480. So no problems with MPEG-4 files. For DivX XVD, you have to download a separate player from Android Market. The 3-megapixel camera on the back of the Samsung Galaxy Gio is managed by this interface here, which offers a number of preset scenes. As you can see, we have 12 preset scene modes, and also several shooting modes: small shot, continuous shot, panorama for stitching photos together. The humble sensor takes surprisingly good pictures for the handset's unpretentious nature. The image is in focus without you having to hold your breath while pressing the virtual shutter button. Colors are rich and saturated, and the handset captures as much detail as a 3-megapixel snapper can possibly produce. The video situation is not so rosy though, as it records with QVGA resolution at 15 frames per second, and without it you'll enjoy video very much on your computer screen, only on the phone. Overall, we were quite satisfied with the Samsung Galaxy Gio. It has a pleasant design with tapered edges, rounded corners that make it comfortable to hold and operate with one hand. Plus, it is very light. You can slip it in any pocket, forget it's there. The quality of the photos taken with the 3-megapixel camera was a very nice surprise, even on the dark rainy day when we were shooting the samples. The colors are saturated, the sensor catches good amount of detail, and the camera focuses well, even if you don't hold the phone extremely steady. One relative disappointment is the lack of full Adobe Flash support in the browser of the Samsung Galaxy Gio. We don't know if Samsung left it out so as it doesn't bog down performance and battery life, or just that this 800 MHz chipset doesn't have the instructions to support it, but it takes away from the true Android 2.2 Froyo experience. Other than that, the interface runs slick, the LCD screen is very good, and you have a plethora of connectivity options with the Samsung Galaxy Gio. What's not to like here, considering the price range? If you're looking for alternatives that support Adobe Flash, you'll have to chip in for something more powerful, like the Samsung Galaxy S, for example. If you want to stay on the same level but prefer soft touch plastic and chromed accents, the LG Optimus One was a huge hit and shares the specs of the Samsung Galaxy Gio, albeit with a slower processor. So to recap, we have a well-rounded, inexpensive Android 2.2 Froyo handset with very good picture quality for this price point, but below average in call quality, and there's no Adobe Flash support in the browser. This was a video review of the Samsung Galaxy Gio from PhoneArena. For more details on this and other handsets, you can visit us at phonearena.com.